At 3:20 a.m., we had a maintenance vehicle, which is basically a pickup truck with rubber tires. The two front tires came off the rail, and this was on the track that heads towards Oakland. They were doing track inspections. We know right now that it was not due to any sort of rail defect. It was just a problem with the actual vehicle itself. And so immediately we had a single track when service started to open between Union City and South Hayward. The work that's required to clear that track and get it ready for service takes about 2 hours, where we need to bring in a crane that will get that truck back, those two front wheels back onto the rail, and then it gets towed. And actually that is taking place right now as we speak. It'll take about 20 minutes to tow it out of the way. And then our crews need to remove 65 feet of third rail. It damaged 40 feet, but we have to remove 65 feet in order to get service back running, and we're still tracking 8 a.m. for that to occur.
I'm amazed that they had those parts ready to go.
You know, it's actually fascinating. We can run a train without that 65-foot part of third rail. It's a perfect size that we can still run service, because the other cars that are part of a train is getting third rail power from those locations. So it's quite fascinating that we can literally cut it out, and then later, probably in the middle of the night tonight, we'll go and put that 65 feet of third rail back in that section.
Oh, you're not replacing it right now. You're just taking it out.
We have to take it out and then make some type of repairs on those ends, and then we can still run trains over that section of track.
Because we saw workers headed out there, and they had what looked like pieces of rail, like they were going to replace.
They may be laying it out for later. It's just the information I was given. That
okay.
is what the strategy to get service back up and running as soon as possible.
So what kind of delays has this caused? Is this a very popular, crowded line?
Sure. Well, all lines are crowded in the morning, of course. The delays were pretty minor in the early morning, 10 minutes, and then at the peak it's come to 20 minutes, not much more than that. The concept is when you have to single track, trains will have to usually hold at Hayward while it waits to then share the track. And then the peak of the delay, which is right around now, probably 20 minutes, is because we're towing that vehicle out and we need to hold trains while we're doing that. But for the most part, it was 10 to 15 minutes delay, and some people delay 20 minutes, especially when you're waiting on the platform. I mean, the time spent waiting on the platform for a train, you have to account for that also.
So some people were frustrated. What do you want to say to those?
Very frustrating. We're so sorry that you're late to work or getting your kids to school. The good news is no injuries, wasn't due to any sort of rail defect, which we always, that's something we want to make sure isn't the cause, and that we responded right away and trying to get information out to the public so you can better plan your day. And AC Transit has stepped up and is offering free bus trips in between the impacted stations during this as well.
Was this operator error that they turned the wheel and then they came off the rails?
It does appear that it was probably some sort of operator error or that played a role into it. Obviously, we want to wait and interview everyone involved to make any judgment, but we can definitely say it was not due to any sort of defect to the rail, but it was something going on, probably a little bit of human error and the vehicle itself.
And I'm sorry, did you say why he was out there to begin with?
Track inspections, which happens every night.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It looks kind of like a 450 pickup truck, and it has rubber tires, and they run on the rails in the middle of the night, delivering whatever work they're doing, and that's what was taking place. Just normal work, and unfortunately 2 tires came off the rail, and it impacted the morning commute.